Radio Icengelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Kindly be informed that we're also streaming live on the Radio Icengelo Facebook page. The headlines: Catholic seminarians Mbewe publicly professed his faith and make vows ahead of his diaconate nation. Husband pours hot water on wife based on championship back at Tinkana as head coach. Here are the details of the main news. Catholic seminarian Mbewe has today publicly professed his faith and made vows ahead of his diaconate nation scheduled for the Catholic Center in Quito tomorrow. In the presence of Catholic Diocese of Andola, Bishop Benjamin Fury, seminarian Mbewe recited the creed and made oaths of fidelity and free reception of holy orders. He also signed a disclaimer against child abuse during the ceremony held at the Diocesan Curia in Ndola. And Catholic Diocese of Ndola Vocations Director Father Shulam Leba has been explaining the significance of this ceremony to Radio Icengelo News in Ndola.
This is a very important
Seminarian Laba is originally from Ethiopia and belongs to the Nyoka Chukmeno, where formed the Diocesan Missionary Seminary Redemptory Mater in Gateway. As the Ministry of Health continues to roll out the COVID-19 vaccination program on the Copperbelt province, traders at Chiwembala Market in Chimbola have expressed mixed feelings about the AstraZeneca vaccine. Yesterday, Health Minister Dr. Jonas Chanda launched the rolling out of the vaccine on the Copperbelt with a call on citizens to consider taking the vaccination on a voluntary basis. But marketers are spoken to by Radio Icengelo News in Chingola this morning alleged that the vaccine seems to have side effects as reported by various international media houses. Others, however, say they are willing to be vaccinated against COVID-19 as a way of stopping the further spread of the virus.
Abana amashure onkwete kutoda bakubuteko pauntumbi pakuti kwatuletera ko umuti wagwicingirira lero nanguli n'abantu balera ndatu uyu muti nawo kwata ko obwafya kontanshi ineze timole mu obwafya mola ndunshi bantu kuno mo kungafuke bafyashi wala kebo kutwala abana mutungo omuti wa polio so that ndandati wo umuti wa mutungo omwana wa polio nalwa ishitana lwala polio ero bamutungo wala tungo omuti wa measles talwa measles Parece que ela parece já tinha elephantiasis. Mas ele já fez uma temporada de filia fialantani. Abantu bose bali bata wali wali elephantiasis. Ele okuteko tawi teka fyo kuineyo. Ngamwamona ifyo yumuti wishire cyaro cyose. Apo icyaro cyabe isonde lyonse. Bonse bale kabiro kuti yumuti bakwate. Ayifebe nenga bamatiti akuno kumyeso. Mukwayi fwe bayiperesi. tulina okukiteekya pakuti twayitingirira kuli obulwere obwayisa.
And National Traders and Marketeers Association of Zambia and Atmaza National Information and Publicity Secretary RPS Emmanuel Mupa is calling on government to enhance sensitization regarding the vaccines as it rolls out the vaccination program on the Copperbelt.
Ama news wa mbita tumfwa nishina tunaka newspaper nayo tatushita era okuba omukyabazanyisi alanda issue irimo pano motoka irenda yalangira kumbi na pano penefe nga mwanjipusha tiri kuisaba lerashira ishikuishive kushoirera shiyata mpireri ishishive echo tulelomba kuli imwe nga mweba nenso baleje Icengelo ilo mwabwelelamo mukufisha amaripoti pafe mwaenda mwabeba ifo bara market ilafu aikwafye nangwe ntungurushinga baitako babiri batatu elomba twaisa twalaisha nyana bana market twabeba ife balefwaya.
Apologies for that. Moving on, police are looking for a male adult identified as Charles Lungu, who is alleged to have poured boiling water on his wife, who later died after sustaining severe burns. On 14th April 2021, a report of assault occasioning actual bodily harm was reported at Muchinga Police Post by a female adult, Mandandu Daka, aged 57, over Mapulanga area in Balaston, that she was assaulted by the husband by way of pouring boiling water on her body, and she sustained severe burns on her body. The victim was issued with a medical report and referred to Matero Level 1 Hospital, where she got admitted on the same day while the suspect ran away. However, the victim died today at around 07 hours at Matero Level 1 Hospital whilst in admission. The suspect is still on the run, and a docket of murder has been opened and a manhunt has been launched. This is according to police spokesperson Esther Mwatakatongo. Meanwhile, police in Kawe of Central Province are investigating a matter over giving intoxicating liquor to a child. The incident is alleged to have occurred yesterday at about 11:30 hours in Makululu compound. It is alleged that a male juvenile aged 4 years was found unconscious after he was given illicit beer kachasu by his mother Patricia Massa, aged 17, of the same compound. Police visited the scene and found the child unconscious and rushed him to Kasanda Clinic, where he was referred to Kawe Mine Hospital, where he was admitted and later discharged. According to police spokesperson Esther Mwatakatongo, the mother to the victim, Patricia Massa, is detained for the subject offense. Now, following the launch of the COVID-19 vaccine for Copperbelt province yesterday, Health Minister Jonas Chanda has today launched the vaccine in Kitwe district. The event, which was held at Kitwe Teaching Hospital this morning, saw residents taking the jab, including some lawmakers. Those spoken to said they were courageous enough to take the lead in preventing themselves from the virus. Others said they were survivors of the deadly virus, hence the need to take a lead in the vaccination exercise.
So I want to be protected.
For our safety, for our healthcare, for people around us, because we are dealing direct with the people, for us to be safe from them and safe from us. That's why I've come to take the vaccine.
I spend a lot of time in different health facilities doing my work, and so I get in contact with many people. So as one of the frontline staff, I think it's necessary to be vaccinated. So that's the reason I'm getting my job.
So I just come to get the vaccine because I hear from the radio to say you have to be vaccinated so that you prevent. It's not a cure, but preventing myself.
Meanwhile, Nkana Member of Parliament Alexander Chiteme reminded Kitwe residents not to entertain the myths surrounding the vaccine. The lawmaker added that it was important for everyone to volunteer and be vaccinated.
Out there that the vaccine could be harmful, to make sure that I can stand before you to accept to take the vaccine. I am therefore appealing, urging, and actually pleading for all our frontline staff, the bus conductors, the nurses, the police, and all those doing long distance like the truck drivers to come ahead.
Other leaders that took the vaccine, including Mufulira Central Member of Parliament Evans Chibanda, and CBU Chancellor Professor Myunda Mwanalushi. And speaking in his speech, Health Minister Dr. Jonas Chanda disclosed that the country today has only 44 COVID patients and has continued to record 0 deaths per day. He said this was an indication that preventive measures are playing a key role in the fight against the virus. Dr. Chanda also thanked frontline health workers for their dedication in the fight against the pandemic and further encouraged them to take vaccine jab.
Day 3, usually 0, 1 or 2 per day. And we give credit to our health workers. As of today, we have 44 COVID-19 patients admitted to the COVID-19 isolation facility countrywide. I really want to thank our gallant and hardworking frontline health workers who are our heroes and heroines, who are putting long hours to care for critical ill patients.
In sports, days after resigning at Kansanshi Dermus as head coach, Bestu Chambishi has returned to Nkana Football Club as new head coach, taking over from Kelvin Kaindu, who was sent on a 3-week leave following Nkana's poor performance in the MTN Super League. Nkana Football Club media officer Lilian Singh has confirmed in a statement that the 2017 AFCON Under-20 winning coach returns to the Kitwe outfit as head coach for the 4th time. Chambeshi has found Nkana in the relegation zone with 21 points out of 21 matches played. And speaking shortly after taking up his new role, Chambeshi explained that it was not an easy decision to make to go back to Kalampa. And club acting chief executive officer Kapwepo Mtale explained that the development was aimed at improving the team's performance and repositioning the club towards finishing in a respectable position at the end of the 2020-2021 MTN Super League. Meanwhile, before the coming in of Beston Chambishi, Nkana acting coach Simonda Kaunda has attributed his team's 1-0 loss to Pyramids of Egypt in the CAF Confederation Cup match in Ndola to poor finishing up front. Nkana have been eliminated from the Confederation Cup as they remain stuck on 3rd position with 6 points from 5 matches. In a post-match interview, Kaunda said Nkana players lacked the desire to win the match. He told journalists that Nkana will now focus on the league after being eliminated from the CAF Confederation Cup. In foreign news, this news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Icengelo with compliments of Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited. In foreign news, motorbike riding gunmen have killed dozens of people and burnt down a number of homes in a series of raids targeting remote villages in Nigeria's Zamfara state. Reports from the northwestern region say a police spokesperson confirmed the attacks to the BBC but could not give any casualty figures, saying a team of officials was on its way to the area to assess the situation. Residents in Zamfara's Magami area say they have counted more than 50 bodies. They told the BBC that the gunmen first attacked the village of Yadoka on Wednesday. BBC has the rest of the stories.
2005 levels. The target, revealed ahead of a major climate summit is about to host, is part of an ambitious effort to kickstart action from other nations. Professor Nicholas Stern, a climate expert in the UK, says tough decisions are needed to tackle global warming.
We're going to need, around the world, zero carbon electricity by 2035 or 2040. We can see how to do that. The second thing we have to do is to work much more strongly on energy efficiency. We're extremely wasteful in our economies, and saving on that waste is also an economic advantage. We have to do much more on restoring degraded land, planting trees and so on. So these are 3 very strong examples of things we know how to do, we can do quite quickly and have all sorts of benefits.
India has reported the biggest daily rise in coronavirus infections of any country since the start of the pandemic, with more than 300,000 new cases registered. The Supreme Court has directed the government to produce a national plan to address an acute shortage of oxygen and essential drugs. Professor Srinath Reddy from the Public Health Foundation of India warned the worst was yet to come.
It is unlikely that we have peaked as yet because the rate at which the cases are rising exponentially almost in some of the districts. We believe that the people who are exposed in recent days would actually be manifesting the infections in the next 2 weeks, and the deaths would also rise in numbers in the following 2 weeks. Not if we had the resolute determination at this point in time, might be able to limit it after that.
On that note, we end this afternoon's main news on Radio Icengelo. For these and more stories, feel free to visit the Radio Icengelo Facebook page. Log into Facebook and like the Radio Icengelo page. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Mbewe Jr. Remember to join us for Idi Hashim coming your way at 16 hours. Have yourself a lovely Thursday afternoon.